This video shows you how to assemble the standalone SimEquip CAE transport ventilator. Here's what you'll need. Transport bag. Tablet with SimEquip software. Breathing circuit. Dual limb breathing circuit with a Y, elbow, and T connectors and hose cuffs. Filter. Non-invasive ventilation mask. End tidal CO2 sample line. Oxygen hose. Pulse oximeter probe. Instructor tablet with MAESTRO standalone for SimEquip software. GL iNet travel router. Dell notebook power bank battery with a charger for router. Check both the instructor and SimEquip tablets to ensure they are fully charged prior to beginning a simulation. To assemble the SimEquip CAE transport bag ventilator, facing the front of the transport bag, unzip the compartment on the left side of the bag. Notice there are plastic ports labeled EXP and INSP. Using the metal snaps, secure the flap of the left side compartment to the back of the bag. Unzip the middle compartment to open the inside of the transport bag. Facing the front of the transport bag, unzip the compartment on the right side of the bag. To connect the oxygen hose and pulse oximeter probe to the transport bag, pass the oxygen hose through the elastic port in the zippered compartment. Secure the oxygen hose by passing it inside the large compartment, through the elastic loop, and beside the elastic port. During simulation, the opposite end of the oxygen hose may be connected to a simulated oxygen tank. Never attach the hose to a real gas source. These are intended for simulation purposes only. Note, colors of hoses may vary depending on whether the ISO or US configuration was ordered. Pass the connector end of the pulse oximeter probe through the elastic port in the zippered compartment on the right side of the transport bag. Secure the pulse oximeter line by passing it through the elastic loop inside the middle compartment beside the elastic port. Close the middle and right compartment. On the left side of the transport bag, remove the plastic panel with respiratory ports. Assemble the breathing circuit by connecting one end of the limb to the Y. Connect the opposite limb to the Y. Connect the Y to the elbow connector. If not already assembled, connect the T connector to the elbow connector. Connect the end tidal CO2 sample line to the T connector. Connect the non-invasive mask to the T connector. An endotracheal tube may be used instead of the mask, depending on the simulation. Place the plastic hose cuff in the inspiratory and expiratory ports on the plastic panel. Place the filter on one end of the plastic panel, connecting it with the hose cuff. Place a hose cuff on the end of the filter. Connect one of the limbs from the assembled breathing circuit onto the filter. Place the remaining limb from the assembled breathing circuit onto the remaining port on the plastic panel. Pass the end tidal CO2 sample line through the elastic loop inside the left compartment of the transport bag. Reattach the plastic panel back onto the transport bag with the filter at the top, corresponding with the expiratory port. If using the standalone package, check the power bank. If there is very little power, the battery will require recharging before beginning a simulation. Plug in the router to the power bank. Unzip the main compartment on the left side of the transport bag. The router may take up to 3 minutes to power up. Close the transport bag. To power on the SimEquip tablet in the transport bag, press down on the power button at the top of the tablet. Verify that the Wi-Fi is connected to the standalone router. On the instructor tablet, press down on the power button at the top of the tablet. Verify that the Wi-Fi is connected to the router. Double tap the CAE MAESTRO icon to launch the MAESTRO software. From the MAESTRO home screen, select a Run on the Fly modeled simulation. The transport ventilator functionality requires modeled mode. Select either male or female or the patient setup screen and tap the Start button. From the MAESTRO runtime screen in the equipment panel, select Transport Ventilator from the drop-down menu and enable appropriate connections for your simulation. Breathing circuit, pulse oximeter SpO2, CO2 attachment. On the SimEquip tablet, from the SimEquip home screen, tap the transport ventilator. Tap the power button to power on the transport ventilator. From the instructor tablet, verify that the power button is enabled and the connectivity icon is green.